Hi guys, Jane here, and today I am reviewing City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. And I'd heard about this book a bit on BookTube, but what people had said really hadn't made me desperate to pick it up. I really am glad that I did. I was at the library a couple days ago in the children's section because my kids were doing an activity and I hadn't brought a book with me, and I saw this and I thought, I've heard a couple people say it was okay, let me pick this up. It was really good. It was a lot more fun than I was expecting and a very short read. I read it in 2 days. And if I had more reading time, I probably could have read it in a lot shorter of a time. So let's start by what is this story? And it's really hard to tell you what it is without giving too much away. But basically, Cassidy is a girl who had a near-death experience, and since then, she can see ghosts. She has a best friend who is a ghost, and he is a lot of fun. Her parents are ghost hunters, even though they can't see ghosts, which is kind of funny and ironic. And they travel to Edinburgh, which is a very haunted city, apparently. And they're going to these different ghost sites. And at first, everything seems fine. Cassidy figures she's going to see some ghosts, and that's going to be annoying. But then they find a malevolent spirit who wants to cause them all kinds of trouble. And it gets pretty crazy. I don't want to say any more because I kind of want to keep this mostly spoiler free. So yeah, but it was a lot of fun, a lot more fun than I was expecting. It's kind of like a kid's version of Ghost Whisperer, I would say, in certain ways. So it was, oh, I love Ghost Whisperer, and this was just a lot of fun. You don't necessarily get as in depth with the ghosts as you do with Ghost Whisperer, but still, tons of fun. So for me, I did take notes on this book because I had a lot to say. For me, this was a 4 out of 5. It was very good. It was a very fun read. I can't really give it a 5 because it is, it's a children's book. It's simple for what it is. It's amazing, but it's not anything so spectacularly mind-blowing that everybody in the world should read it, but it's pretty close, pretty good up there. Here's the things that I loved about it. Number one, Cassidy is a huge Harry Potter fan, so there are tons of Harry Potter references. And I thought that built her character so much and made her so fun, and I'm a Harry Potter fan, and it was just a delight to read because of all this stuff, the Harry Potter stuff in it. Also, it's told in first person, and the character voice is so fun. I really loved Cassidy's voice, and she was it was neat to accompany her. She had a lot to say, and she's just an interesting character. Sometimes voice can make or break it for me, and this time it really made it. I really enjoyed it. I loved the plot. It was just, again, a really fun read, and not what I was expecting from what people on BookTube had said it was going to be. People were like, yeah, this girl who can see ghosts goes to this place where not all ghosts are good. And that was a little broad. It's a little more complicated than that, but it definitely, that is the gist of it, but that isn't, I wouldn't have picked it up just from listening to that, but it's more than that, and it's a great book. The other thing that really I was delighted, I mean, this book was very much a delight, was there's a certain ghost that shows up. I'm not going to spoil who it is, but they were at Greyfriars Graveyard, and as soon as something was said, I was like, oh, I know who's here, and I totally did, and that just was just a delight. Like, I was giggly over the ghost that showed up. So, I mean, it was just so fun and delightful to read. The only thing that I didn't really love about this, and I'm okay with it. It just, I didn't know it going in, was that I didn't know it was a series. So there were a lot of things that were kind of hinted at, but not fully explained in this book, that I was like, wait a second, you can't just leave me hanging, because I want to know these things. And had this been a standalone, like a complete standalone, the end of the series, I probably would have been upset with some of the things that didn't get resolved. But it's a series. Um, I am looking forward to the next one, and I almost kind of wish I'd have read it closer to like when the next one's coming out, because I feel like when you start a series that is very new, it can be hard to remember everything by the time book two comes out. Once you've got 2 or 3 books out and you immerse yourself in a series, it's you've spent enough time with the characters to remember them. And I'm a little concerned because it is a fairly, it's a fairly short, middle grade book, whether I'm going to remember without reading the book again everything that happened enough to just move on to the next book. So that is the only kind of thing that I didn't love, is some of the loose ends that weren't tied up that I would have liked to know more about and that are waiting for later books. But yeah, overall, fun read. Would recommend. Would also recommend for kids, as long as they're older kids and not going to be afraid, because there's some frightening scenes in here. There's definitely some suspense and some action and some excitement. But so maybe not for younger kids. My 7-year-olds, I probably would be hesitant, but maybe a 9 or 10-year-old would be fine. But yeah, so that's City of Ghosts, 4 out of 5 for me. I definitely recommend if you like kind of spooky stories. It's not over the top scary, but there is some scary in there. It's not like a Casper the Friendly Ghost type thing. There are definitely malevolent evil ghosts, and there's some action and suspense. So a good, nice October read. All right, guys. The like and subscribe button are below. If you've read it, feel free to comment. Until next time. Bye.